Hey Dan, how you doing? Hold on here. All right. I need to have a discussion. Get this off. How are you doing? That's the big thing right now. How is everything going? I've been just riding the wave lately. Yay! I know. Hey, I've had a lot of fun with the Mini, so it's. Have you ever? Did you get your Mini going yet? Did you get your? We got the phone in, right? Did you get that all hooked up? Did you get your phone hooked up there? Drone worship. Meh. That's not good. I'm looking for an iPad. An iPad Mini 4, so I wanna up my game so I can see the screen. So, you know, you got that much space, but I could get what, that much more right there? I don't know. No, I did not see that yet. I'm getting there. I'll get on there tonight. So you did the a dolly zoom on there? I'll check it out. Well, crap, don't be freaking giving me crap. You know, there's work to be done. I work all day long, man. It's been a long week. I had a new quarter start at school, and I work an extra section, so my A periods are way longer. So to make a long story short, on one day of the week I teach over 180 students, and on another day of the week I teach about 120. So we're getting about a pretty dang close to 300. So I'm a miracle worker. Make kids run around the track. No, I'm a history teacher. I can't have them run around the track. So. All right, there we go. Kenneth, the Kentucky fam, he's here. Hello, man. Drone Worship is following us right now, and we've got Kenneth on. My big take. I mean, if you wanna give us your impressions, I think I want to let Drone Worship. I'll let you wait. Check out your videos. Let's see. That's what you teach them. History of losing weight. Oh man. Yeah, it's. I couldn't because I would be the pot calling the kettle black. But hey, I am eating my protein bar. There we go. There's my. Okay, there we go. There's my weight program right there. But I'm impressed with the Mini. I like it a lot. I think it offers a lot of. I think Dan. I think you can already smell it. It offers a lot of insight as far as a lot of exploration you can do with it. So we've scratched the surface of the Mini, I think. So where Jet Martin's on. All right, hey Jet. He's another technophobe. He's on. Jet hopefully is really quite honestly, this is what I want to talk about. I want to, and you know, we need to get a Streamlabs stream because I'm getting sick of talking to myself and looking at a chat stream. So I know Dan Drone Worship, he's going to be saying, well, duh, it's about time. This is just easy to do this right here. But I'm looking at Autel Evo. Autel Evo. Not new Autel Evo, but used Autel. This is why. Check this out. I want you to see this right here. Let's see. That right? Oh, come on here. Where the frick is that? That's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for, no, where the frick? Oh, man. Where did my, oh, I know what's going on here. Hold on. This is what I'm looking at right there. Let's see if I can get that puppy on. Where's my unboxing? There we go. That's what I'm looking at right there. I'm looking at Autel Evo drones. And I'm looking at them because of that right there. You see that right there? Somebody's giving their freaking drone away for $740. That's people, they're literally giving those suckers away. And that is a extremely complex piece of giveaway right there. Man, we lost everybody in the chat already. You need to do something extreme like earn a 10-inch face scar doing something really manly right now? Ah, crap. Dude, you want freaking acting? Okay, go somewhere else. So I'm not looking for entertainment value. I'm looking to basically get some insight on. So if you're looking for that, go find another place to go. So, but I'm looking at cheap Evos right now. Cheap Evos. To me, I look at the trend of the market, and I always like when a new model comes out. And since the Evo 2 has come out, everybody wants to unload their Evo, and the Evo is a 4K 60 camera. And right now I'm sitting with a Mavic Pro Platinum, basically, and that's a better drone right there. So there you go. So there you go, Danny Boy and Jet. Anybody have any comments about that whole topic? Or do you just want to talk about your own crap? Look at that, $695 right there. $695 for a brand new drone that'll basically fly 3 miles. $725, $775, $635. That is a screaming deal right there. So $779. Guys, that's when you want to buy something. So anyway, yeah, the Evo 2 looks awesome, but what the hell am I going to do with a 6K camera? I guess I could take more cool pictures. That's about the only thing I can think of when it comes to cameras, is that. But anyway, I guess it depends on what you're going to use that drone for. So if you're gonna just fly it around and you want to get the latest and greatest of the I guess the Castaway old technology, right there I think is the best of the Castaway technology at this point, just because of that camera system. As far as the battery, I don't even care. I just want to fly one. The controller's got its own screen built into it. There's a lot of advantages by jumping over to there. Dan Drone Worship, because you fly an Evo, you don't have to worry about your Apple phone. Evo 2, 40 minutes. Yeah. Or are you going to get one of those V-copter things, those freaking weird-looking V-copters that you can fly 50 minutes with? I like the CES test. So if you looked at the Consumer Electronics, you looked at the testing of the V-copter, pretty interesting. See, it says, I don't know, man, I think I'd rather spend the $1,500 and get an 8K version. I was talking, yeah, because they're about $1,500, yeah. And he is impressed at, yeah. I watched his flying of that thing too. So, of course, everybody wants the latest and the greatest, but I don't want to spend $1,500. There you go. Yeah, Evo 2, $1,445. Power Egg. No. Okay, I'm gonna rate it right here. Just say no to Power Egg. Is it more the detail scaling of the camera? Right. So what we're looking at is you can get a camera that can put a massive picture out there. You don't need to have a zoom lens. You take your shots or you take your video and then you just crop it in. No, I totally understand that. You can scale that video and you can have a lot of fun with it. Yes, I did see I did see their Power Egg flying in a waterfall. I don't really care. I'm not going to fly my drone in the wet for no reason. That means I'm going to be in the wet, and I don't want to be in it. So I don't care. I'm not going to fly in the rain. So if you want to fly in the rain, you want a power egg, more power to you. More power egg to you. So, and if you're a power egg lover, then all right. I'm having more fun with the little tiny mini drone. I'm gonna maybe try to find some really small spaces to squeeze that little tiny drone into. See if we can have some fun that way. I'm not afraid to crash the Mavic Mini because quite literally it's so light, if you crash it into a tree, it's just going to, my worry is that it's just going to hang up there forever because it ain't coming down. There's no weight to it. It says, you know what you want, the power egg, Adam Sandler. Okay, it looks like, yeah, look at my drone. It's a power egg and yeah. And it looks, it's kind of an egg-shaped thing and yeah, check it. It's so much fun just to look at it. There's my best Adam Sandler imitation right there. Dan's going to be showing us the what do you call that thing? The dragonfly. So real soon. I've also been looking at the FIMI, with the X8, whatever. But I let Patrick from Sweden. I let him check it out, and I actually was pretty impressed with the footage of the FIMI. Was it the X8? But he was comparing it to a Mavic Air, and I don't know. I'm thinking the Mavic Air has got to come down in price sometime. I would be a buyer of a Mavic Air at $499. So if Mavic Air came down to $499, I might be a buyer of it. But I would buy an Autel Evo at $749, which is what they're selling for right now. 4K 60. And yes, he did. Crazy Patrick, he basically came and he saw and he sent it back. Crazy Patrick is, I'm going to let him test some drones out because he just goes and puts some suckers in the air, and quite literally, that's the perfect test. Side by side, I would like to see side by side video though, Patrick, Crazy Patrick. So put your videos up side by side, because then you'll get a real time. Try to fly the same path, and then put it up side by. I haven't done any side by side video comparisons because I don't keep my drones long enough. I can't do a side by side. I guess I could take my old drone footage and put it up side by side, trying to fly the same path, like what I'll probably do with my Anafi footage. Mavic Air, no, yeah, I'm not okay. Mavic Air, loud as hell, yeah. Even with the other props on, probably because those motors spin so fast. Nah, is that too far of a step backwards, Mavic Air? Because with this Autel, this drone here, it's I'm getting something there, aren't I? I'm getting something better. Okay, aren't I getting a? Let me see if I can zoom that puppy in. Hold on. There we go. I don't know. I just really like those prices, guys. I don't know. Look at this guy. This guy's giving away his Autel Evo with 3 batteries. Look at that. I could probably get him for the shipping too. I could probably say, hey, I'll buy that sucker. You pay the shipping on it. So, see, yeah, Mavic Air would be a huge step back. DJI needs to kill it and do it. Yeah, I think the Mavic Air is kind of, I think it's I really think that the Mavic Mini kind of made the Mavic Air obsolete. I really do think that, and I think they knew they were going to get the volume sales from the Mavic Mini. Mavic Mini's a blockbuster, but it's got so many problems. The Mavic Mini has got just tons of little software glitches. I know it. I still am getting battery warnings, even when I was doing that, the flight mode thing. I was getting battery warnings at 50% now. Now I'm getting them at 75%, and I'm getting battery warnings at 50%. I'm going to do a couple things. I'm going to do a flight time video. I'm going to do a P mode. I'm going to do an S mode, and I'm going to do another distance flight for sure. I will go out. I will out Mavic Air versus Power Egg. Are you getting that, Crazy Patrick? You going to get the Power Egg? See, Dan says I've got way more than the Dragonfly at my house right now. I'm just doing just one new sponsor release a week. Yeah, right, cool. So when you get the Dragonfly, I'm excited to see that, and I will be seeing his Zoom video. So Dan, Drone Worship says he's got a dolly Zoom video. Here, I can put that sucker up for you. Let's do that. And then I'll get on that. I just want to see it. Hold on here. Let's see, Dad. Let's get Drone Worship on here. You got to understand that this site that I'm working from will limit my. Let's see, worship. Areas right there. Let's see, yeah, Panther Trace, H10. Yeah, see, I'm getting, these are all old feeds, man. You understand, we got to get Dan to 10,000 too. That's another thing we got to do. Yep, I'm going to have to, let's see, DJS, see, these are all old feeds, guys. This thing does not update where I'm at, so you have to understand that I'll have to wait on that. So if somebody wants to put the link up, if you want to put the link up to that dolly Zoom video, I'm going to go and check that out as soon as I'm done here. So, but $775 for Autel Evo, I know it. You're just like, why would that be fun? Yeah, I'm going to make it back, dude. Jet, I'm going to make it back on this test. I guarantee I'm going to make it back. I dang guarantee it. So don't pull the trigger yet. 17, give it, yeah. Special report McDrone. All right, baby. Here, let's moderate you. All right. Yeah, I'm not gonna. No, I'm gonna wait a little bit. I'm not in a hurry to do anything. I'm still having fun with my Mini. But there's another big move coming in the Dad Random world, and we got summer coming up, and I've been sitting on that Mavic Pro. I'll probably be able to unleash that for a decent amount of money. So. I'm thinking about maybe I'll buy a brand new Evo too. Who knows? I'll get rid of my Mavic Pro and get an Evo 2. Why not? Go and take some massively awesome pictures because I really could gain a ton from that 6K cropped image. The other thing is the other thing I'm looking at is if you want to think about it, is Mavic M2 Pro, but with that Hasselblad camera, but there's no movement on it. It's like everybody's saying that it's just a waste of money to get the M2 Pro with that other camera, that you should just get the zoom because you're really not gaining anything. And with the zoom, you can gain something from it. Instead of cropping the image, you can just zoom in, lossless. So, yeah. No, I'm with you. Relevancy is important, and like I said, just there's enough deals out there, but I think as long as the 1400, they're probably. I don't think does Evo discount at all? Have they discounted or? Yeah. Being relevant. Oh man, that's a tough one. I fight with relevancy because I'm still trying to figure out my direction, but reviewing is the only way to get interest. And the Mavic Mini is just proof of that. You stick a good video out with the Mavic Mini and boom, it exploded. I mean, I'm already looking at 10,000 views on that stupid flight video. And that was just that's real life stuff. I mean, I just stuck it in the air and flew it and just gave you my impressions on it and in my awesome personality too, and it blew up. So that's pretty cool. I've had more views on videos, but that one what did it take? Like a week or two. So yeah, Crazy Patrick. It's a fun video, isn't it, Crazy Patrick? I have fun looking back at that thing. I'm like, holy crap! I should be crapping my pants with that video. I really wasn't. I accepted my risk. And most of us, when we fly our drones, you need to accept the risk. If you're going to do something, and put your drone out there. But my risk was minimal. I knew I wasn't going to hurt the drone no matter what, except for the fact if I would have hit the cliff. That was not, that was definitely on my mind, you could tell. But once I got to my battery percentage and enough distance, I knew I was going to make it over the cliff. But it was just, I'm like, crap. But I was, guys, the other thing is a lot of people are, if you're, when I don't, Dan's probably gone, he checks out so fast. But one of the big things is in S&P mode, there is an issue with that. I did switch from P mode to S mode. My original intention of that video was to fly out in P mode and to come home in S mode. And that was going to be where I was going to pick up some speed. My guess was I had lateral winds. It wasn't wind coming to me or away from me. It was sideways wind. It was wind coming from a direction that I didn't guess. And that sideways wind was what was basically treadmilling the drone. So the drone was wanting to speed up on the way back, but it was catching that wind from this side, so it was fighting back and trying to move forward. That is my theory on my slowness in S mode. So Matt North is on. Hey, how you doing, Matt? But I don't know what your take is on that slow drifting speed. But guys, and then I got in that battle with Return to Home, which I should have never got into. But even then, I was still it was all experimental. And when I knew I was going to get that 100-foot lift every time I put it Return to Home, I canceled it. But I was trying to get it to, kind of switch gears forward. And I thought that would kind of push the software forward. And that's what I'm saying. Special Report McDrone, I'm just saying, that's exactly. I don't know if it switched to S mode. It set it on the controller. I guess we can look back at the controller data because it's out there to see. But it did switch from P to S, but like you're saying, did I give it enough time? And the answer was I probably didn't. So that's definitely something. That's why I want to do it again. I'm going to fly the same. I think I have to fly the exact same pathway. I'm going to have to suck it up and get back out there and just do it again. I know. I guess I got to have I guess I have to have a play. Let's see. I heard you had to stop it. Yeah, and when I did my experiments this weekend, I stopped the drone. I just basically, it's just a pause is all it is, not a real stop. So basically, I allowed the drone to in the air, click, and go, kind of like that. So it's really you're pausing, but you're not completely just stopping. But I did once I got into S mode. When I was doing my my quick shots, I got full 30 feet for 30 miles per hour. I mean, it was hauling butt, and I'm like, oh, it's like the first time I've seen it go that fast. So the Fimi is on sale. The Fimi, oh man, it's the only thing that sucks about that Fimi is you can't buy it domestically. Yeah, I guess you could. I don't want to buy a used one. I want to buy. It's got to be for that drone. It'd have to be brand new out of the box, and I don't know. I don't know if there's enough people that even give a crap about it. There's just no buzz on the Fimi. Even if it's the best sale ever. I mean, the Fimi is probably. I guess I'll look at the comparables to this Autel drone. Check this drone out here. Let me show you one that I'm really liking here. There is a. Let's see here. It's a hard case. It comes in a hard case. I can't. There was one in here. Was the what did they call it? The rugged bundle right there. I found a rugged bundle for under $1,000. So that's another option right there, where you get basically the bulletproof version of that drone. But I don't know. Like I said, now you're getting into okay. Should you look at the new Evo stats? Or yeah, and I think if it's going to be hot like that, and you're going to get the same kind of reaction like we got from the Mavic Pro 2, I think people are going to be hungry to see that drone in action. Xeno 2, yeah, that's another one. Hey, I'm with you on that. The Xeno 2, I almost. Jet, I almost did it. I didn't do it, but that close to Xeno 2. That is, the price is just, it's ridiculous. So I'm just afraid that the Xeno 2 is going to get the same reaction that the Xeno Pro and the Xeno 1 got. But maybe it is. Maybe that drone is going to be the kind of the Mavic Mini for Hubsan, I don't know. We don't have the anti-Hubsan personality on the stream right now, so Dan dropped in, and he would be the guy to ask. Hey, tech for your needs is on. How you doing? We are discussing options to move forward as far as either I guess you could look at it from a reviewer standpoint or from a purchaser standpoint, because that's really you have to feel out the market. I mean, is there? I guess there wasn't a lot of when I bought my Mavic 2 or my Mavic Pro. I was just trying to feel out that style of drone if I liked it, and they're built. These drones here, are built so sturdy. I mean, they are so well built, and I can imagine Evo when they made their Evo 2. They spared no expense at its production, because I think they do truly want to make this a Mavic and DJI killer. I think I'm with you on this, Crazy Patrick. I think I might have to pull the trigger on something new. I got to make some room in the funds for that right now, so might have to fire sale some of my drones just to get rid of them so I can move forward. Yeah, Xeno has better camera control than the Mini, and I have to get used to it. I'd have to learn it, and that would also be fun, because as you're learning it, and as other people are learning it, that creates content. But it also I want to learn it. I love to fly drones. Not only I don't like to just talk about them. I mean, I like truly. I mean, I'm not like some people out there that all they want to do is just pretend that they're drone users, and then they fly it around their little lake or something once in a while. I'm actually interested in the photography side, and this drone would take care of that. It is not this one. I mean, obviously this one's got amazing camera, but yeah, only thing is missing is a bunch of flight modes. Yeah. I don't know. Do I need flight modes? I'm telling you, the only time I've ever used a flight mode is in a review. Other than that, I don't freaking use flight modes. But other people do. So, yeah, the camera control does suck. I'm getting some filters for my Mini. The thing is what's going to keep the Mini relevant is volume. There are so many users, and there are so many purchasers of that drone that it makes it relevant. It's so popular. So as a reviewer, I mean, I'm having fun with it too. I mean, it's an amazing little tiny thing, but I'm just at the point where you can't, it's kind of like the Spark. You can't just dismiss it. I mean, if you look at Steve Kautz and how much he got out of his Spark, I think he's going to get the same, he's probably going to do, I don't know, 30 videos on the Mavic Mini and his photography, and he's probably right now experimenting with, because right now it's the winter months. Once he gets out in the spring with that thing, I think you're getting the Power Ray. The Power Ray. What the heck? I have to look that up. What the freaking Power Ray is. Crazy Patrick, he's definitely crazy. That's all he's doing is buying drones right now. He buys them 2 at a time. I got this box in, and I got this other box in. I got like 2 boxes, and then I got a box in the mail. It's coming, and I got to go to the post office because they're holding a box. That's Crazy Patrick right there. He's like me. He's got more time than sense. So, Yeah, Jet was saying flight modes. Says Matt North is that's the reason I didn't get the Mini. I'm just going back. DJI Phantom is the best to look on videos. The rest is more convenient. That's my yeah. The Phantom 4 is was the probably most successful photography drone as far as looking at if you go out and look at material that people create, because of its big camera, it's quality camera. So I think from here on out we have to start thinking quality when it comes to the camera. That's why the Mavic 2, when it came out, people were banking on, or they were banking on, do people want this 1-inch sensor? Or do they want the convenience of a zoom? And they obviously got that. They've got that answer, because the drone that cost them more money, which was the Mavic 2 Pro, nobody wants. They're trying to fire sale that thing right now, and you can't find a zoom. The Mavic 2 Zoom was by far the bigger seller. So, and it was like a $1,200 drone, and the other one was 14 or something. And people are trying to save, or well, I don't know if it was 14 or 17, but people were basically going away from that quality they thought they were getting the 1/8 sensor to the Zoom. It's a submarine drone. All drones are submarine drones, Patrick. You stick everyone in the water and they'll all sink. I don't think the Mavic Mini will sink, though. I think that thing would float. I think if you crashed a Mini in the water, that would be an interesting experiment, except I don't want to wreck my drone. I guess you'd have to burn up one battery. It says, most of the footage on it is a Spark. Yeah, the Spark the only thing that sucks with the Spark, and you know that, Matt, is anytime you have to pan. So everything has to be either forward motion or rear facing motion. You can't turn into something or come up and away. And that's the only thing. And what you do is you just adapt. You think of another way of just dealing with that shot. You just get a different angle at it, and you just approach it from the front. And most of those look better anyways. I really like when Dan does his pull away shots. His pull away reveals with the Bebop 2, and you can see how much more interesting that shot is. Even the last video I watched of Ken Herron's, he was doing a long pull away, and then he was turning the drone as he pulled away. So it's a really long, smooth shot. And then as he's pulling back, he's revealing from one side. So if you ever watch that, check that out. That is a really interesting photographic technique. But you still need that third axis when you're going backwards, because the camera will want to adjust. And then with, I guess the other thing that's wrong with some of these other drones like the Evo is the props. The props cannot get in the camera shot. I think if you're making a drone at this point and you're still getting props in your shot, you need to redesign it. And I think with the Evo 2, they've done that. Nobody's basically talked about that yet, but that heavy battery in the back allows them to move the camera up. So you create that balance. So, hey, PD, man, I'm sorry, I didn't even know you're on, man. PD's our other local expert. He's our networking expert. So, hey, PD, I got a question for you. I've had people ask me about interference from the substation, the electrical station. Hey, Mr. Doughboy, how you doing? Hey, you all right, man? We got a good group going here. You saw the substation that I'm basically flying next to. I don't believe I'm getting any appreciable changes in function because of that. Because of that electrical station, and I really don't even take it into consideration except for the hum it makes. But You agree with the prop? What jet? What's the prop? Let's see. My yaw speed with the spark depends on my shutter speed during post. If there's a shutter, I say I used anti-shutter and the footage is smooth. Oh, okay. So you're probably better with the computer as far as post production. I'm still a novice. I'm still blending shots right now. That's kind of my new thing. That's why I want to get a filter for the Mavic Mini, is I want to start filtering out my UV. I got really bad UV, and I'm not the greatest. I'm not the greatest yet at choosing my shot angles, so I need every ounce of footage if possible, and I can't lose footage with glare, with flare, with lens flare, and that's what I'm getting right now. So, props in the pick, baby. No props in the pick. If you're getting props in your pick, I bet you this drone gets props in the pick. So I haven't even looked for it, but no props in the pick with the Mavic Mini. 0. Guys, I am so impressed with that tiny little drone keeping that gimbal as smooth as silk as it does. Lee says hi. Hey, where's Lee at? Who's Lee? Crazy Patrick. Well, we'll say hi to Lee. How you doing, Lee? All right. Standing near the power substation, are you glowing at night? Well, I really like that spot. It's a really nice level place. It's a great place. It's got a great perspective of view. I'm in another spot right now. You notice that the place that I've been flying from now is it's due south of the location that I'm normally at. So instead of flying to that area, I just went out to the area that I'm flying to. I'm at the very top, so I've probably increased my altitude another 1,000 feet from where I'm flying at. And then that little tiny area. So guys, most of that flight for my quick shots, I was standing at about at the altitude of all the quick shots, so my drone literally never increased at altitude at any time. I think I increased 50 feet flying at any direction. A lot of people don't know about the geography of where I fly, and they assume I'm breaking all these laws. Guys, I am going to fly to the top of the Red Mountain with that Mavic Mini. I've been claiming that I've been going to do this. But the Red Mountain is over 800 feet. And I'm going to get right to the base of it, and I'm going to freaking stick the Mavic Mini to the top of that sucker. So you've seen the Mavic Mini. You've seen that Red Mountain in my, guys, all I need is the right day, and it has to be an absolutely dead, still day. And I'm going to fly to the top of that freaking Big Red Butte, 800 feet. And that means I have to go just a little bit high. Let's see, Matt Northus, you might more lens flare if you use an ND-PL filter. You might. I don't have a problem with just an ND. Okay, so I've actually got a set coming, Matt. I've got a set of some that are going to actually filter just a little bit. I think you're supposed to use a high ND. You'd probably know more than me. But ND4, I think 32 is the highest I've got coming. I have really got some extreme. I mean, when it's normal where I'm at, the UV. It's so bright that everything's washed out, and including all the film that I take. I've got so much washout on my my Osmo Pocket. I'm almost ready to go back to my GoPro. My GoPro footage is better than my Osmo Pocket footage. My GoPro 6. I think I'm going to go find a cheap GoPro 7, go and crap can my Osmo Pocket, and just go back to the good old days, because the GoPro is just hands down the best camera there is. I don't know. Let's see. Crazy Patrick, need to go. Keep up the good work. My Power Egg videos are out. Or X videos are out. Or Power Egg X videos are out. They are? All right. We'll get them on there. Let's check that out. I got a bunch of videos to check out. So thanks, Crazy Patrick. Crazy Patrick, the man with 1,000 drones. They just keep showing up. Let's see. PD, I'm going to ask, I just read about your, electric substations can give off a lot of electromagnetic interference that can mess up radio control signals. Okay, Wi-Fi signals. Now, basically my house is a giant electromagnet, right? So why am I not getting electromagnetic interference with, my electrical, I guess maybe I do, right? With my 5G Wi-Fi in my house. FEMI has an Osmo Pocket. Yeah, I know. But we'll see if the FEMI is. Oh man, do I have to buy a freaking FEMI now? There's FEMI's got one out and Snopa's got one out. Snopa's got they're all battling for the Chinese market, man. They're freaking Chinese DJI killer, but. Yeah, the new ones out there, they've taken a lot of the problems, the audio problems. They've taken the phone screen. They put Bluetooth in it. I mean, just simple things that the first one should have had, and it never ends. It doesn't, Matt. It never ends. I agree with you. That's okay. Isn't that why we're doing this? Let's see. All accessories are built in. The Wi-Fi mic, yeah. Yeah, I've got so many freaking accessories for that Osmo Pocket. I probably will never be able to get rid of it. It's my problem. I might be able to. It works good. I mean, I'm not. It's just what I need to do with my Osmo is I need to have ND filter on it, and that's kind of I'll find a cheap ND filter for it and just get the what do you call it? Just a just a regular ND on it, and that would take care of all the issues. I'm so sick of accessorizing, but how do you put a wide angle lens? And also, right, the FEMI has a wide angle. It already is a wider angle. That's the other one. The wide angle thing's killer, yeah. Yes. Cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. I can hear the cash register chinging away. We don't have cash registers anymore though. So nobody hears cha-ching anymore. The other thing everybody's been worried about is my heavy breathing. So, oh, guys, I assure you, I am okay. My health is fine. My problem is that freaking microphone. I just got it in a crappy spot. I sound like Darth Vader. I got to just put a filter on it, one of those little wind muff filters, and it's sitting on my chest, and I'm breathing on it. So, but yeah, I get people asking me, Mr. Gay, hey, are you gonna, are you dying of? Are you gonna have a heart attack on film? I want to let everybody know. It says electric in your house will just be is just 110. Obviously, it would give you much issues. Substation would have thousands of volts. I know. Oh yes. Hey, wouldn't a substation be proof that, guys? I flew 12,000 feet next to a substation. Isn't that like isn't that a testament to its ability? I noticed your breathing gets heavier the further you take your Mavic Mini out. No, you know when my breathing gets heavy? When I take my freaking Mavic Pro out and send it out 3 miles. I'm freaking heavy breathing then because that sucker's expensive. That Mavic Mini, oh man, I know if I sent it out, I could just find it. It just lands somewhere, and I'll just find it sitting in a tree. My Mavic Pro, if it crashed, it will freaking bust up to pieces that I can't put together. Chaz, how you doing? The Evo 2 is a monster size, yeah. Yeah, that's the other thing. That's a big drone. It's a heavy drone. What they're probably gonna do, Chaz, is they're probably going to put a weight limit. They're going to probably up the weight limit for the hobbyist drones and say you need I don't know, you need a pilot's license, a private pilot's license to fly that thing. Okay, here's my question. I can fly an experimental aircraft, okay, without registering it. I guess I'd have to register it as experimental, right? And I would get line of sight. Rules that I'd have to basically follow, right? All right, okay. How far can I see flying VFR in an aircraft, in a Cessna 170, okay? Now, equate that to flying a drone in a place that's clear, line of sight, flying out, say, 1.5 miles, okay? I have the same issues flying both, and one is basically looked at differently than the other. Tell me what's different. That to me is a little bit, yeah. So anyway, I know I just changed the topic, but a lot of people are throwing crap at me, and I just whatever. I make sure that what I do and where I do it is the best place to do it, and it's so. And flying into a canyon, there's no helicopters and planes flying into a canyon. If they do, they are in trouble. Yeah, LOS is very important. I agree. Okay, and it's just as important with the flying VFR and oops, oh crap, what happened? Oh man, we're back with an aircraft. So I agree with you. I'm not going to argue that point for sure. How you doing? Okay, how you doing, Ray? And I assure you that line of sight flight is what I do, like everybody else. So anybody that claims they fly a certain way, I'll give you case in point right here. Okay, here's a good. This is for you, Ray. Bill, I'm just going to say Bill, the drone reviewer, put up a video just recently, and it was just a normal video, and then he flew a beautiful sunset, okay? 100% that sunset flight violated line of sight, okay? I'm just going to tell you right there. That's bull crap. I don't care if you had a freaking strobe on it. Every single person almost that flies their drones is flying basically to what a lot of people's expectations illegally. Everyone. Every single one. Because your eyes basically see about 500 feet maybe, if you're lucky. So if you're flying your drone that over 500 feet away, or for some of us it's maybe 200 feet away, you can't see your freaking drone. And that is why I want to help you with the laws, because they kept them ambiguous for a reason. Okay, now a court case basically gets settled tomorrow. Let's say that we settle a court case. Maybe say I get basically I have an action taken against me for flying that flight. Okay, or anybody else that's done it. Legally, that if say there is a court decision on that flight, it would basically, and if there is a decision, it would set precedents for every single flight with a drone from here all the way into commercial space. You can't basically separate my flight from another flight of the same distance. You can't. So. I'm just saying, that's why they keep the laws ambiguous, and they basically, because they can't. They can't. So I get of course, I get an attorney, which I have. My son's an attorney, and he basically defends me in the line of sight case. Okay, and this and say I do lose the case. Okay, so that means that every single drone flyer is now can't fly a drone. And then also, if you basically establish the fact that I can't do line of sight flying, or to what I consider to be line of sight, because quite honestly, I can see the entire airspace I'm flying. I know if there's a light aircraft in there, I know if there's a helicopter, and I know every single thing about the airspace that I fly. It's in front of me, okay? I know every single thing. Because I can see it. It's in my line of sight. I see a small airplane approaching. I can see commercial airplanes. I can see military aircraft flying over 1,000 feet over me, okay? Because guys, I fly in an area of about 300 to 400 miles outside of the Nevada test range, so that's where I'm at. No commercial flights are coming from the west of me because they would have to fly over restricted airspace. So anyway, just I'm not trying to. I'm just saying that if that rule is enforced against me, and I basically defend myself and say I lose the case legally, then every single autonomous car, every single idea for autonomous flight is illegal because of that one case. Think about that. So there it is. I'm not saying that, that, and I'm definitely not trying to screw up the hobby for anybody. Okay, so I just want everybody to look at it from the standpoint of even flying safely and what is considered safe flying. What do you do? I mean, there's people that do zero preparation for safe flying. If I smell an aircraft in the vicinity of where I'm flying, my first reaction is to descend. Bam. I descend down below 100 feet instantly, no matter where I'm at, and no matter how far away that airplane is. And then basically with observation, we basically make our decisions from there as to how to proceed after that. And we don't care if the drone goes into the dirt at that point, because that's our yielding the right of way in the sky, right? So anyway, I think there's 400 feet to 1,000 feet. I think there is a buffer zone that basically is free to people to fly in, and I think that everybody is making great strides at making that area free, clear, and safe, because we care about other people. So anyway, I just want everybody to know what I feel about that. And yeah, I do. For the one time I fly a distance flight, I fly into a freaking box canyon that literally is going, because, like I said, if you're looking at where I'm flying, there is a mountain range over here that is over 8,000 feet. Next to me, where I'm flying, there's a mesa down here that is 200 feet over my altitude that I'm flying at. And I'm flying right next to it. So AGL basically is 400 feet over that basically mesa that I'm flying next to. So there you go. Yeah, I don't fly normally when I'm taking video, or I'm actually going low. My new photography ideology is low flight. I wanna skim stuff. I want to see it. I want to see speed. Yeah. Ray, I'm with you, man. I want you to fly. I want me to fly, and I'm not gonna pick. I appreciate you just checking it out. So I appreciate you popping in, but I'm not saying I'm right. But what I'm saying is that there is legal precedents that could be set by anything that basically is done from here on out. And once you set legal precedents, that's where the courts really have to start thinking about where these rules and laws basically can go, because that's, I'm not going to just sit on a fine. If I get fined, I'm going to have to defend myself in court. Assuming that happened, it better not happen. I mean, I'll appeal to better judgment. I mean, I'll go talk to whoever. So it says I've always been a fan of low flying. Yeah, I've looked at, like you, and other people that do like waterfalls and going through grassy fields. There's nothing more beautiful than seeing the sun coming through like grass, and you see the pollen like kind of like drifting up as you're flying through it. So that would make some beautiful video. Same thing with coming over trees or going parallel to trees and with a sunset, and then you have like the silhouettes. I've seen some beautiful work done that way too, and that's kind of where I want to go. I want to get good at least get good enough for me to be happy with flying my drone. So there's Big Ray right there. All right. Got his mat. We'll go check out Big Ray's videos over here. He's basically got, where is he at? Where are you at? Looks like you're in Florida, huh, Big Ray? Okay. That looks like Florida to me. All righty. But I'll tell evil. I don't know. I guess I was looking. Maybe I will. Let's say I used to see it and avoid if I see any other aircraft around. I always reduce altitude, bring it back to land, or even though I'm flying between 30 and 50 meters, no aircraft are flying. Yeah, we all do. So and the other thing is AGL. It's based upon 500 feet from the highest point within that 500-foot range, and I don't, everybody kind of can push that idea, but I'll show just kind of like when Ken Herron basically flew up next to that radio tower. I'm going to do a similar flight next to a mesa that's about 800 feet tall. It's the same flight, except I'd rather look at a red mesa than a bunch of guy wires and steel beams. So, height above average terrain. If the one thing is, I wish we could determine the height above my average terrain, because when I go over that cliff out over the Santa Clara River, I'm actually losing altitude as I fly towards the basin that I'm flying at. So my altitude is decreasing. That's why as I'm flying out, I'm raising my drone's altitude because I'm flying into a basin. So I've got terrain basically sloping down towards me like this, and I'm flying into it. So I'm like coming up like this as I'm flying at this basin. So I just thought that there was no better place to make these kinds of flights happen. When Dustin Denhill flies he's flying out over a mountain, and it's dropping underneath his drone. My altitude is decreasing as I fly. So quite literally, I'm more apt to fly into the ground than I'm going to fly into anything. But on the opposite occurs on my way back. So as I come back from that flight, I have to decrease my altitude. And what was bugging me is every time I hit my return to home, I'd fly up into over 400 feet. I'm like, crap, I got to get myself back down. I was thinking about that the whole time. So, all right, anyway, that's enough talking about that. That was a fun flight, though. I enjoyed it. I'm gonna definitely see if I can be successful. Obviously, if I'm successful, nobody's gonna like it. Everybody would rather see me crash, so maybe I will not. Maybe I'll barely make it back, or maybe I'll hit I don't know. Hey, Steve Dawson's on. I just did a transmitter mod on my Mavic Mini, 14 dBi panel antenna. Oh my God. He's flying like 10 miles with that thing. The thing is, you have to do a battery mod too, because so I'm looking for the perfect battery mod video, by the way. So that is going to be my new hero. My new hero is going to be able to power up my drone, increase my battery, and I know there's one out there. So Steve Dawson, if you can create I know I saw one person trying to do it. He just destroyed a battery. I think you almost have to make the battery kind of like, you have to kind of make it robotic. You have to get rid of the case. You're going to have to take two cells, and then you're going to have to connect them, and then you're going to have to create a pin system to connect it up. The problem is I guess it's not a smart battery. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. So Steve, if you can. Hey, thanks, Ray. I appreciate it. And I also want to stress, I got a lot of haters out there, which is okay. But they hate me because they hate you for lots of reasons, and most of it's just bull crap. And I've been kind of mean, I guess to one person in particular. But I got to stop that crap. That's unwarranted. I should know better anyway. I'm usually a pretty good guy. And I kind of got in the feeding frenzy, and so my apologies go out for sure to Bill. But he did kind of create himself a situation that did kind of push me a little bit the wrong way. So I'm trying to avoid that. I'm trying to that I didn't mean to put that. I should take that out of there. I could actually pull that out of that video. Nobody would care. They would even notice it. So, but Guys, I was nervous, but I was not like foaming at the mouth and running around. So let's see. I think you all get 45 minutes at the most. Let's see. The next step, yeah. You think you can get 45 minutes out of a battery mod yet? You really do? Unless someone third party company will produce a higher, you guys, let me tell you someone would be the greatest seller in world history. A modified battery, PD, for the Mavic Mini. If you can get this to happen, if you can make, I don't know if Dan Drone Worship would get on and stay on the stream, and he would make that mod happen, he might have already done it. Or any of you guys. I can't do it. I'd burn up my drone or something like that. But I would love to test it. So if you guys, if somebody can get that battery and make it happen, I will be. Thank you. There we go. I will put that in my drone in a second. I will follow your instructions. I might even live stream just my trying to do it, and then I will fly that sucker. I will fly it into the. I will fly it to the end of control ability. And in my little space, I'll keep it low. Okay. I might find a different spot for it. Maybe I'll find a different location and. That's a little more obviously better, but I can't think of anything away from the substation. And so I already know people that have done it. Okay, well, let's get the videos out. But 45 minutes. I want a 45-minute drone, Jet. I want the Mavic Mini to be a 45. I will buy the pieces. I will assemble it, and I will fly that sucker. So find it for me. I'm excited. So I'm so glad Jet joined my channel. You're so positive, too. I appreciate it. All you guys that are on, be positive. This is fun. We should be having fun with this stuff. Not fear-mongering and scaring people. So here, let me get my, holy crap, I got my, here, let's put this back up here. There we go. Holy crap, look at all that. Look at all that chatter. I've had it on that other stupid channel thing there. Here, let me put here. Why is that thing here? Let me move this back here. I got to push that. I got to push that back. Hold on, order that. Let's see, move down. I got to get the chat behind me a little bit. Hold on here. One more. Let's see, move down. Let's see, order. What I need to do is there we go. Get that behind me. All right. But there's our conversations flying by. We got some great conversation though. I really do. And I think 3 mini batteries, good for me, baby. Yeah, I just would like 1 mini battery that could take the place of 2. I'm kind of. You better drill a lighting hole in the Mini. Oh man, that would be fun. Put a strobe. Why don't they have a strobe built in, like a real. Like a legitimate strobe, not the little tiny, one that has some beef to it. Yeah, weight. Yeah. Guys, everything on that Mavic Mini was weight conscious. Every consideration they wanted to maximize the camera load, and of course put the best motors that they could put on it, and then cut weight everywhere they could. And that's what they did, and I'm so happy that thing is, like I said, I know for a fact, in the setup that I already have, without a 12 dB panel antenna, which would send that thing out for, if I had a battery big enough, I guarantee it would go out 4 miles, maybe 3 miles for sure. Especially where I'm at. I've already had a lot of 2-mile flights plus in the area I'm at with my Bebop. Guys, I flew my Bebop too with a fly pad over 2 miles. That was one of the more fun videos I've ever done. So yeah, the Loom Cube. Loom Cube weight, how much does that thing weigh, So I don't have a Loom Cube. Let's see, I was just getting ready, Ray Cal, I was just getting ready to buy a Mavic Pro. So glad the Mavic Mini came. Yeah, it saved our money. Yeah, Ray, the Mavic Pro is a freaking different beast. I think when you fly the Mavic Pro, you're gonna feel like you're flying more like a Cadillac because it is a Cadillac, man. It is heavy, it flies smooth, and it flies freaking the hell far. I mean, I've had the Mavic Pro 25,000 feet away. And then I turned around because I was just nervous, and I was going 30 miles an hour the whole time on one battery. And then when I got back, I had I had 20% battery plus when I got back with my Mavic Pro at 25,000 feet. So the FAA adds Mini to remote ID requirements. Yeah, I didn't get the Mavic Mini for any FAA reasons. I got it because it was small. I got it because it was a DJI drone that I knew was going to be good. Hey, Skang is on. We've got the Scots are in. Yes. Skang, it's late for him too. He's popping in. Appreciate it, Skang, man. It's been a while since I've seen you. Glad you popped in, man. All right, we got a good tech squad going here. So we're gonna solve all these problems. But you guys, you got it for me too. Hey Ray, I wished I had my Mavic Mini when I was in Poland. You can fly drones in Poland, and you just have to pick the spots. I was in a spot where I know for a fact you shouldn't have flown drones, and there was some guy flying it was like one of those little skinny, like cheap drones. But I think it was one of the ones. I think Dan Drone Worship. It was the SG something. I don't know. But it had a 4K camera on. He was flying it around. It's a piece of crap. If I had my Mavic Mini there, I would have gone out to the park and flown up and down the river. That's the river the Vistula River. Yeah. Oh, there's some beautiful bridges. Gorgeous. Poland's an awesome country. Hopefully I get to go back someday. I could not fly in Poland. I did not bring my Mavic Pro. I was afraid. I would bring my Mavic Mini in a second. Getting that through customs, it's lithium ion. They're not lipos. It would be. I did bring my Spark. I've traveled with my Spark, but I would so easily throw my Mavic Mini because it weighs nothing. 3 batteries in your Mavic, it's like the perfect travel companion. So, I mean, when DJI put that drone out, they were thinking a lot of things, but they didn't consider the fact that a lot of us just, when we travel, if we do travel somewhere, it's so easy just to bring it along, you don't have to think about it. With bigger drones, you're like, oh, how am I going to carry this? How's it going to fit in my suitcase? With the Mavic Mini, you just throw it in there with your shaver, It weighs more than my shaver weighs more than my Mavic Mini. Crap, I'd rather have a drone than freaking short hair. I'll just let my freaking beard grow on a trip, Anyway. Yeah, it's a. I can't. Did you see that dude you saw the dude that flew in Amsterdam? That crazy sucker? Oh my God. He got his Mavic Mini in like a minute and he brought it to Amsterdam, was flying all over the canals. That's so illegal. I'm surprised he didn't get kicked out of the country. But he was an American flying in Amsterdam, and if you don't get caught, they just take your drone, right? They're not going to go prosecute him in the United States for flying in Amsterdam. So he flew all over the place, got footage, went home, and then posted it. It says maybe a Mini Pro is coming with more features. I wouldn't be surprised. They're going to take all our input. They're going to make it even sweeter. I'm thinking they're going to do like somebody was saying earlier, they're going to do the Mavic Air, the Mavic Air 2 or something like that. But a Mavic Mini, the price point, if you add a couple bucks to the price point by adding a feature or two, people are still going to jump on it, Immediately they're going to throw 4K on the camera. They're like, all right, let's throw 4K on it. Maybe they're going to change the field of view. Maybe the software for more manual control. So all I get, Mini Pro, I guarantee we'll see that. But they're gonna ride the wave of this Mavic Mini for at least a year, and they're still having trouble, I think, making enough of them. So. I wanted to just before I'm gonna stay on for a little longer, but I was wanting to show this. Where's that? Oh crap. I was talking about the drone climate, but really, where's the picture? Oh, it's behind my here. Let me turn off my chat feed here really quick. Hold on. Do you see that home build drone there? Do you think there's still a market? Are we? Do you think we're going to still get people building? I wonder if the camera can already do 4K. Jet, I bet you it can. I don't know. I don't know what it would take. Is there we have any technophobes here, PD, or anybody to tell us what would require to change the camera to basically have a 4K field? So if anybody has the expertise, I would appreciate that. But I was thinking about building a 680 drone. I built the 550. This is my 550 build. I was thinking about, because the parts are so cheap right now, go get a Pixhawk flight controller and build a 680, not a quadcopter, but a hex, a 680 hexcopter. So what do you think about that? Huh? Said if you want long flight times, get a Parrot Disco. Yeah. Hey, I found speaking of Parrot Disco, let me put it up right now. I want you to check out this. Hold on here. You just got me excited again. I just found something. So if this is another thing I was looking at. Yes, I found a disco. All right, you check this out. All right, let me go back here. Hold on, let's see. Right there, check that price out right there. $479 for a refurbished Parrot Disco. $479. That is a killer deal for that thing right there. I forget what the 50 minutes or something you can fly with that thing. You can fly damn near an hour. And then you can do what Dustin Dunhill did. You fly, freaking 4G missions. Crap. Look at that thing. 474. Okay. All right. Let's see now. This is where you go. Gosh dang it. $400 is a lot of money. And you're like, nobody cares to see a Parrot Disco, except I want to fly it. That's the thing. 1.5 to 2.5 hours. Oh my God. The controller runs out of batteries before the drone stops. Oh my Lord. That is so, there's no way I'm going to fly that long, but I would just send it out. But that's not legal, right? Freaking just send it out, and that's so dangerous too. I guess I could have it swooping. Wouldn't that be an amazing flight? Going through the mesas and through valleys, and just like, I guess you could string together a bunch of video. That would be an amazing video for out here. And the camera's just good enough. Longest flight distance I've seen is 98 kilometers. Oh my God. That is so far. You have two freaking Parrot Discos? Because I guess you'd have to have like parts. The parts are not cheap. I think the wings are down below here. Let's see. There was a deal. I found right there. It's like $100 for the wings, $89. So you'd almost have to have a spare set of wings, And then of course my problem is landing, because as much as my area is great for drones, landing is not I don't have grass to land on. So you almost have to catch it somehow. I'd have to fly it at me and catch it in midair. Yeah. Can you hey, Jet Martin, can you catch that thing? I'd have to set up a net to freaking fly it into, like they do for the drone derbies or whatever. But yeah, that is a screaming deal. That's normally the price down here, guys, 900. It's usually like you're seeing 8, 9, 7, 8, 900 bucks for it. 875, 1100 right there. Those are the kinds of prices that you see for that drone. And for that thing to be sold for 474, it's almost got to be a typo. So, yeah, free returns, free shipping. I don't know, man. I could fly it and just send it back. Yep, landing is the problem. Hand catching is possible. All right. I guess you'd have to worry about, being able to learn how to, because you can get it slow enough. I know if you're flying into the wind. What's the slowest jet? What's your loiters? What's your slowest loiter speed? Or not really lower, but your slow what's basically the glide slope speed? Stall speed. There you go. That's what I'm looking for. What's your stall speed? Do you think for that thing? Maybe 10, 15 miles an hour. Where does it stall out? I guess it depends on the wind, but what would be the? I was looking at one in Utah, 390, and include the case. Wow. That is a good deal. Crap, that's probably one that's sold on maybe the market that I'm at. There's a lot of beautiful spots to fly drones here, guys. Oh man, I'm in Utah, so yeah, it is an awesome spot. But yeah, $399 for. Oh man, I will, guys. I will pull the trigger on that at some time. I just don't have the. I've got other dreams right now. About 24 miles an hour. That's not gonna kill me if it runs into me, hit me in the forehead. Come on, I can see the video of it coming right at my face. Autopilot won't let you stall. Right, so it'll keep it. It would keep it at a. It has a gyroscope in it. I was actually thinking about building one too, but for what it takes to build it. I really don't have enough experience with fixed wing. It's best to. I was looking for a kit that basically took care of all this stuff, and Parrot's got the best system. That's just easy, but it's so expensive. A guy wouldn't sell it to me because I was remote. All right. I'm surprised. Maybe yeah. Where did you see it on? Was it on eBay, Jet? Was it on an eBay sale? He probably sold it by now. But yeah, it says max speed about 50. Yeah, I know there's a lot of wobble in the flight, but I'm not really concerned about that. I really like. I mean, because you can get beautiful. You just got to fly gracefully and just pick your flight paths. Air. Make sure the air is still. I get a lot of days where there's just not a lot of wind. And I really could fly that in the heat. I guess there is a lot of. We got a lot of the hotter months, but right now, so Facebook, yeah. Yeah, I've seen it on. Yeah, I have access to a lot. Yeah, already sold. Yeah, I catch a lot of sales on there, but most people are looking for too much money. They don't really understand the market. That's why I like to look at eBay because there's more knowledgeable sellers there, and and then there's people that are just trying to unload them. So. All right. I need to think about going home here. But it's been a good stream. So, excellent stream. Appreciate you popping in and staying so long, Jet. And then Crazy Patrick, yeah, he's gonna fly the egg, so we're gonna check that out. I'm gonna go check the Zoom, the Dolly Zoom for drone worship. I'm gonna go check his out and comment on that. I need to get on a live stream too, just for fun. I've had my biggest problem with live streams has been where I can do like multiple person streams. I haven't been able to be there because I've had kids moving home, and so my studio has been a bedroom. So now both of my kids have moved back to school. And so now I get my studio back, so I'll be able to live stream at home. So right now I'm just live streaming at Studio B, which is still work. So, all right. I'm gonna be checking out. I appreciate all your info. Let's get that battery thing going on, guys. Okay, I want the battery mod. Okay, for the Mini, and one of you guys is basically going to take care of that puppy, and I'm excited for that Mini battery mod. Okay. To the Mini up to 30 miles per hour wind. Let's see, drone worship to the Mini, to that Mini up to 30 miles per hour winds. Well, yeah, I think it can have, I don't know. This is my problem with getting into really, I bought both of the discos on Facebook. There's good, here, let me get this. I have my live chat here. I've been looking at the top chat all this time. Hey, Ray, good night. Okay, have a good night. Have a good weekend. You too. You fly safe too. Appreciate it, you being on. So Steve, you're saying that drone worship his Mini up to 30. Yeah, I do pick my time. I would prefer the drone not have to deal with that, but I guess you don't always have that choice, do you? So, all right, guys, I'm gonna be like Ray, and I'm gonna take off too. I appreciate it. You guys have a great weekend. It's fun live. Like I said, I always say I'm gonna look for lives, but I'm gonna definitely find a live stream tonight. I know I'm gonna have good freedom tonight. My mother-in-law's been, she had a knee replacement, so my wife's been really busy, basically, caring for her. Sunday I'm not gonna be around, but I think I'll hang around Saturday for sure, and tonight. So, all right, man. Have a great day, Crazy Patrick. We'll see you. See you, PD. See you, Big Ray. See you, Jet. Later, Steve Dawson. I appreciate you guys being on. And maybe next Friday I'll plan for it. I try to get out around 4:00, and then I try to stay till about this time, and then we just finish it up there. So, guys, be good. Guys, remember, we need to remember to fly for fun. Remember, this is something fun that we're doing. Let's keep that in our mind. Let's not worry about the things we can't control, like the FCC, the FAA and the FCC for distance purposes, right? Let's not worry about those things. Let's just do what's best for the hobby. Let's do what's best to have fun too as well. Don't fly scared, guys. Don't fly scared. There's no reason to fly scared. Anyways, peace. Have a great weekend. Later and bye.